What's up, people? Of course here, coming at you with a Rogue Company beginner guide. Today I just want to go over some of the main things you're going to need to know in order to jump right into Rogue Company and be successful. So first and foremost, if you don't know, Rogue Company is a tactical shooter. If you play Valorant or CSGO, even Rainbow Six Siege and Overwatch to some extent, you'll probably be comfortable jumping into this game. Now with that being said, Rogue Company does have an identity and a pace all on its own. So while it does seem reminiscent of some games, it definitely has its own feel and its own flavor to it. And the fact that it's third person also just adds to that, especially right now. Super good game in my opinion. Let's go ahead and jump into the first thing you're going to need in order to be successful. So the first thing that I want to jump into are the actual heroes themselves. Before we talk about the game modes or the mechanics of the game, we have to understand at least the basics of the rogues. Now, I'm going to do a more in-depth video on this because I feel like each of these rogues can have their own video dedicated to them and like their actual kits and how to play them. But we should at least break them down to 3 key points. You're going to have basically 3 roles. You have people like Anvil here who are going to be defenders. They're meant to actually stop the enemy teams from being able to push and soak up a lot of damage for their team. So one role right there. You have people like Chak. This is like he's a duelist. So he's this person that's going to be like a DPS. He's going to be in there really getting in the team's face, really putting out a lot of damage and trading with the enemy team. So maybe going 1 for 1, 1 for 2. He's going to be one of your big damage dealers. Then you have people here like Dallas. Dallas is also a damage dealer, but more importantly, he's good at identifying where the enemies are. So 3 main roles here. You have tanks, you have DPS, and then you have what I call trackers. So keep that in mind. As we get into the actual game modes, we'll talk about which heroes go best when defending or when attacking and how to make a team that is actually going to synergize together, because you don't want a team that has no type of cohesion. That's how you end up losing gunfights, because that can be the difference, especially if you're fighting people who are as good as you. So the next thing we're going to talk about are the actual game modes themselves. The first one that we're going to talk about is Demolition. This is something that you're going to be very familiar with if you've played any of Valorant or CSGO. This is a traditional sweaty type of competitive gameplay right here. So basically in Demolition, there's going to be 2 teams. There's going to be attackers and defenders. If you're attacking, you have 2 sites that you can go and try to plant a bomb, or you can just wipe out the enemy team, of course. And then vice versa. If you are defending, you are trying to stop the enemies or the attackers from coming to one of your 2 sites and planting a bomb. Also, if you kill the enemy team, no worries. So this right here is the competitive one. This is the one where you really have to make sure that you are choosing a well-balanced team and that you're actually choosing a team that can defend, because yeah, you may be able to get a team of like DPS rogues or rogues that are meant for offense and do okay on defense, but it'll be a lot easier for you, especially if you're playing against a competent team, to defend if you have people who actually have kits that can defend people. So Anvil, Trench, Saint, people who are actually meant for defending, it would help in this game mode. The second game mode is Strikeout, and I have to say I'm enjoying this a lot more than I thought I would. It's definitely a more casual game mode, but it is so much fun. Basically, you have 2 objectives here. You can either kill the enemies, they have 12 lives, so you can make them run out of lives, or you can cap and maintain a control point. Now, most of the time, it's just a team deathmatch. People are just going out there to try to get kills, but there still is some strategy about it as well. Definitely not as competitive as Demolition, and I will recommend this is where you start if you're learning characters, if you're trying to figure out the lanes. This is a good place to start and get your feet wet in Rogue Company, basically. The next thing we're going to touch on here is going to be the economy system. Now, if you're playing Demolition or Strikeout, you're probably going to be using your money a bit differently. Strikeout is more casual. You can play around, you can mess around with different things. But in Demolition, you probably want to be doing what's a bit more optimal, which is going to give your team the best chance at winning. You know, you want to make sure that you're not being a goofball in Demolition, because your choices actually will affect the people who are around you. Now, with that being said, you're only going to start off with 5,000 bucks. So on that first round, what a lot of people do, they just hold on to that money and they go in and they just fight like that. That way, whether if you win or lose, you're going to make sure that that next round you have enough to go ahead and upgrade to a primary weapon, and that's going to give you a big advantage and going to allow you to put out so much more damage. Now, another thing that you may want to spend your money on, and we'll do like a whole video on gadget and perks, but are certain perks that are going to help you as well. So if you are a tank or if you are a DPS, you may want to go ahead and get, like let's say if you're a DPS, you may want to get a grenade that deals extra damage. Or if you're a tank, maybe you want to get one of the grenades or one of the items that is going to allow you to negate incoming grenades. So you have to be picking and choosing items that are actually going to help you and your teammates be able to secure or to defend a point. Now, going into some of the more mechanical aspects of the game, let's talk about aiming and how it works in Rogue Company. So aiming, a good thing about aiming in this game is that there is a slight amount of bloom, but recoil is very low. So tracking your enemies is actually fairly easy as long as you don't panic. And I'm going to have a whole little thing about not panicking in this game. On top of that, we have what we call shoulder swapping in this game. And that is going to be so important because, as you know, Rogue Company has 3 lanes, right? So 3 main lanes that you can go down. Now, there's going to be little side alleys and passages that obviously connect the lanes. But for the most part, you have 3 lanes. If you can get the best line of sight that you can, the best angle that you can on the enemy, that is going to give you the advantage in these encounters and these engagements, right? Especially because this is a third person type shooter. So that means that if you can get the right angle or if you can get to the right amount of cover, you'll be able to actually see the enemies before they can see you. And then you can pop out from cover and get those headshots, knock them down before they even know that you were there. So getting those angles, using cover is going to be so important in this game because aim is a big deal. This isn't one of those games where you can kind of just spray and pray down the alley and hope that you hit people. This is not Fortnite SMG meta. No. You have to actually be thinking about the moves that you're making and when you are going to make them in order to be effective and to be getting those downs for your team. The next thing that I want to talk about here is going to be the combat role. I think the combat role is so important because it is going to be the thing that separates the very high tier players from the low tier players, or the more casual players, I guess I should say. The reason that I say this is because the role can be good and it can also be bad. So good players are going to use the role to get into cover, to throw off the enemy's tracking. They're also going to use it in order to gain momentum so that they can get around corners faster. Now, bad players, on the other hand, though, are going to use it as a panic mechanic, right? There's so many times where I've been shooting at people and they just automatically roll out in the open. And it may throw my aim off for a second, but if you're still out in the open, the only thing you did there was allow yourself to not be able to shoot for that second that you were actually rolling, right? Now, the good thing about the roll is that you can aim while you're rolling and you can come up and start shooting. While I say it's good for using it for like momentum, right? Especially if you can predict where people are going to be, because it can catch people by surprise. But if you're using it as a panic mechanic, you're only going to put your team at a disadvantage because you're probably going to get sprayed down. The next tip that I would give you, and this is so important, is to make sure you're using good game sense and just your mini map. There's so many times where I've seen people get so thirsty for kills that they completely ignore and just tunnel vision. And then they ended up getting gunned down and they put their team at a disadvantage because they got thirsty. You have to be listening for the footsteps because they are very loud in this game. You can hear people running up or trying to flank if you're paying attention. Also, you have to check your corners in this game. I can't tell you how many times I was sprayed down because I didn't check my corners or I didn't use one of my rogue abilities that can actually reveal people. Sometimes you get caught in the moment and you just want to rush in and try to get that flank, and you don't realize that there's people who have the same ideas as you, right? You have to assume that the enemy team is at least as intelligent as you are. So if you're thinking about flanking, there's probably somebody already there trying to get that flank. So make sure that you are doing that. And secondly, the mini map. Please make sure that you are paying attention to the mini map, seeing when enemies are revealed on the mini map, and paying attention to where your team is going. That way you can actually make informed, intelligent decisions when you are playing the game, right? If you see that your team is going a certain way and there may be an opportunity for a flank, right? If you see that they're engaged with the entire enemy team, make sure that you use that time to actually take an advantage, right? And use your comms if you can. I know that sometimes it's better to just cut off comms because people can get really toxic, and if you're streaming or something, people play music and whatnot. But if you have a mature group of people playing with you, make sure that you're using those communications and talking to people, letting them know what you want to do, because people will give you some good feedback, especially if you meet some mature players, and you can really get the advantage in that situation. I'm going to make this point, and I know I touched on it a little bit earlier, but I want to make sure that I'm intentional here because it's so important. Whatever rogue you choose, make sure that you remember to actually use their abilities. There's so many people who I think get stuck on the shooting and the tactical portion of it as far as like movement and gunning, right? But they forget that they have a whole nother arsenal for strategy, right? I've seen so many anvils never place their actual barricade. And for him specifically, he can lock off lanes, alleyways. He can make it to where people basically are trapped and they have to come down a certain path, right? So make sure that you are using those to your advantage and to your teammates' advantage, because using your abilities can be the difference between winning and losing a fight. So people, I've pretty much hit the points that I wanted to here in this beginner's guide. The last thing that I want to show you are just a few clips from a game that I played with Saints early on when I was learning the game. The gameplay definitely reflects that, but we were in a 3v4. And all I want to say that is sometimes you're going to be at a disadvantage. People disconnect. Sometimes people don't even log in. But if you can, make sure you stay in the game and fight it out. Because if you work with your team, you can still win. And it makes it such a crappy experience when teams don't actually have a full squad. So in this game, I'm learning Saints. You can definitely tell that because I make a few mistakes here. But we are able to pull out the win. Even though this team had the advantage on us. So if you want to, make sure to check it out. If this is where you end the video, thank you for watching. Let me know if this beginner guide helped you at all, and make sure to like and subscribe for more Rogue Company gameplay and to become a member of the Ors Force. Thank you for watching. Here's the clip. All right, so let's see if we can get in here and get some easy dubs. This dude's about to get his head dinked. Yeah, I gotta watch that dude because he has those grenades. Deals a ton of damage. Like, I need to play him a little bit. I think he's like Dima or something. There we go. He's down. And there's one more behind him. Let's see if we can get some head dings. So peek. Let's go. Yeah, he shouldn't have peeked that. As soon as he realized that I had that advantage, he should have just ran. But I appreciate him. We might be able to do this 3v4, honestly, if they play like that. I'm about to see if I can flank. Oh, man. I didn't reload. Stupid. That was such a stupid death right there. All right, so we're about to shake that off. Let's see. It sounds like they're pushing on the other side. It looks like Dallas and my girl over there, so we're about to go in. Okay, that burst isn't bad. Dang, this fire is giving me some frames. Jeez. All right, let's see if we can help here. Yeah, my man was aiming at the wall. Yep, you gonna run up too? Get knocked down. All right, they only got 5 tickets left, so we might be able to do this. Pick up some of their guns real quick.
Enemies are low on lives. Crush them.
They're going to be pushing from this side, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, they're straight ahead of us. They're not going to flank. Oh, I didn't know he was going to rush out. We had this good angle. Yo, this little res bot. Well, I guess, how am I going to res him in the fire? All right, here we go. Oh, this thing is a little laser beam. I think I like that burst a little better. You going to run up? Oh, there we go. Okay. We're going to finesse this man a little bit. Little ring around the rosy. What's up, baby? Yeah, you chasing. Get 8 up.
We only have 5 reinforcements remaining. 45 seconds.
They have 0, though. I think we got this. Oh, I saw it too late. I couldn't stop it. Oh, I ran right into that bomb. As soon as I rolled, I knew I messed up too. That's the thing that kills me. All right.
Enemies have the objective. Get it back.
We just have to kill them, right? What? Okay. I don't even know what angle they got me from. Are they behind the thing? Does he got me?
I got you, fam.
Y'all thought he was gonna let me die for a second? All right. I appreciate you, bucko.
We're out of lives. Make it count.
Utility out. Lethal out.
All right, our girl is coming back in a second. There we go. So now we got a 3 push.
All that's left. No more reinforcements.
It's 3v2 right now, so we should have it. We'll let Dallas go that way, and we're gonna try to help here.
What are you aiming at?
Yeah, I whiffed those shots. Yo, I'm coming. Oh, he got smacked. All right, I'm coming. Yeet. Get out of here. Get out of here.
Destroy the enemy force. Nice work.
All right, round 2. Let's see if we can clean this up. 3v4, baby. Easy, easy. Yikes.
Utility out.
Yo, this is bad. We shouldn't have came into the middle here. This is a horrible spot. We might. Yo,
Get it back.
look at this dude
Hi, how are you?
eating up my back meat. All right, let's jump back in.
Lethal out.
I don't know. That guy's probably not there anymore. They're up here. My aim. Okay, we're dinking him up a little bit. Got those headshots. Let's get this heal off. Yo, my little bot doesn't heal anybody. We're about to sneak up on this chick here.
Wrong.
5 lives left.
You picked the wrong house, fool!
Hey, hey! I knew she was there. I didn't think she was crouching in the corner. Dang. All right. We can still get this in, though. We're chilling. A little bit on him. This fool get all these head dinks.
Oh, you need a mad pack.
Who else running? Yep, get them head dinks. What up?
30 seconds to go.
Who else? Oh, I'm dead. Yeah, I'm dead.
Objective secured. Defend it.
All right, so we're not out of this yet. We can still come back here.
To go. Keep it steady.
Dink you down real quick.
Enemies have 5 lives left. Keep up the pressure.
There's a dude right over here. I thought. Oh. Oh, the fool.
I'm hurt.
As long as one of us doesn't.
Move here.
Never mind. I was going to say, as long as one of us doesn't die, we're good. But she went in kind of deep. And I was a little slow getting up there. And Dallas is way back. I'm dead. Oh, my gosh.
Control of the objective.
They gunned us down. Is this dude bagging? Little bit. I'm definitely about to murder these fools. All right. Is this dude on the... This dude is beaming me on the zip line. Is that what's happening right now?
Yeah.
Yo, this fool Dallas actually shaking his head. All right, so we can't let these fools get us here. It's game over.
Crush 'em.
We gotta hold it on, hold on. Yo, he is beating the hell out of that man.
So slow. I gotta be honest. I lost count.
I'm kind of surprised ain't nobody pushing up here.
You're all that's left.
But I
No
guess
more
there's only
reinforcements
2, so maybe they're trying to play a little scared now. They finally learned their lesson.
me, bitch.
Oh, I'm over here talking mess.
Control of the objective.
Hey, but we won even with me dead. I'll take it.
First round's on me.
All right, here we go. We about to get a little flank going.
Objective acquired.
Get around on the team's backside real quick. Easy, easy. Hold up, wait. Here you go. That little teabagging boy. What up?
Keep up the pressure.
Look at his body go.
We have 5 lives left.
I know some more are going to be over here. Here we go. Get those head dinks. Oh, this dude got the flank. All right.
Objective lost.
All right, here we go. Oh, there we go. Some quick dinks.
Enemies are low on
Easy.
lives. Crush 'em.
Let's see. We can go ahead and finish this, right? Oh, I'm the worst. I'm the worst. All right, so this should be it. We should be able to end the game right here.
We're out of reinforcements.
We still have... Oh, no, it's 0-0 now.
We're out of reinforcements.
But even still, my team is going to come back, and then it's a 3v3. So this is even ground right here. We should be able to take this. I just got to play patient. Oh. Yep, get dinked up.
45 seconds, and this one's ours.
Let's see. We'll push in a little bit. Who's over here? I know somebody's here. Look at you crouching. Yeah, buddy.
Objective acquired.
Get out of here.
Defend
Let's
it.
go, baby. Easy
Enemies have been
peasy.
wiped out. First round on me.
Guys, that's it for this gameplay. If anybody managed to make it to the end, make sure to drop that down in the comments so I know who stayed all the way to the end of the video. I appreciate it if you made it this far. If you haven't done so already, make sure to drop a like and subscribe if you want to see more Rogue Company content. That'll be it for me. This is Orsa Chorus. Thank you for watching and enjoying. We'll see you next time. Peace, 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 peace.